Okay, everybody, wake up. Here we go. What's our theme for the year? Come alive! Wow, what a group. I said to Steve Brabant, I said, it's going to be a light Sunday morning because, of course, the monsoons are happening out on the freeway. I swear to God, in California, we wake up, we see a cloud, and it's like, I got to stay home today. We can't get on that freeway with all this rain. Yes, I'm not making fun of you at home. I'm jealous. Yes. Wouldn't you all like to just be home in bed and have some butler bring you a beautiful lunch, breakfast, and clean your house while you're eating? Yes, see, Mindy said yes. Okay, is there anybody here for the first time today? Okay, then I'm going to invite you all to stand. And let's let God make us want to sing. Don't do that. I can't help it. God makes me want to sing. I can't help it. God makes me want to sing. It makes me feel so good, I can do most anything. Well, I am loving every living thing. I can see the face of God in paupers and kings. Well, we're all precious, no one less or more. We've all got the same treasure in store. I am loving every living thing. Here we go, everybody, come on. I can't help it. God makes me want to sing. Oh, oh. I can't help it. God makes me want to sing. Oh, oh. It makes me feel so good. I can do most anything. Well, I'm believing in my guiding light. You know what, Marty, whatever happens, do you ever notice it always turns out right? 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 I just dig right down to how I feel. I take a deep breath, then I grab that wheel. I'm believing in my guiding light. Everybody now, you too, Marty. I can't help it. God makes me want to sing. Oh, oh. I can't help it. God makes me want to sing. Oh, oh. It makes me feel so good. I can do most anything. All right, everybody. John DePatty. John DePatty, Robbie Gilman. Yeah! Robbie Gilman, everybody. Okay, Aaron on the bass. Give it up for Aaron and Ray Frisbee. Bring it home, Ray. Well, I'm reaching for my highest place. With the wind at my back, right, Minnie? And a smile on your face. Well, I'm living my life dream more and more each day. You know what, Corrine? I don't care what those wigglers say. I am reaching, right, for my highest place. Everybody now, come on. I can't help it. God makes me wanna sing. Oh, I can't help it. God makes me wanna sing. Oh, it makes me feel so good. I can do most anything. How does it make you feel, Anthony? It makes me feel so good. I can do most anything. How does it make you feel, Catherine? It makes me feel so good. I can do most anything. Yeah. Woo. I held that note so long I almost passed out. Right there. There we go. Good morning. You all good? Yeah. Everybody have a good week? Yes. Good. I want to dedicate our service today to a family that did not have a good week. Kelly Lang, who is a member of our center, and her grandson, Bear, who's here very often. Bear's older brother passed in a car accident this week. Kelly's oldest grandchild, and I've been in touch with them all, and as I know how difficult that is, that's their life right now. That's what they are looking at right now. And I told them, and I know you're watching today, Bear and Kelly Jr., Kelly's daughter, the mother of Elijah, Elijah is the son, their grandson, son, brother. They're in Nebraska where the accident took place. And what I realized was that someone said to me this week how that I have I don't even want to use this word, an expertise in grief. And I said, there's no such thing. Grief is grief, and grief continues from the moment it shows up. It doesn't ever go away. It doesn't leave you. You just learn to navigate it one foot in front of the other throughout the remainder of your life. And it's not a horrible thing because there's a lot to glean and to learn from grief. And so what I know for you all is that right now you will just keep taking one foot and putting it in front of the other until a light comes back in, and that will happen. But today, we celebrate Elijah, an incredible young man, and his life, and we take this opportunity today to use this whole celebration to celebrate Kelly Lang and her family, and we all good with that? Yeah. So we all send you our love. So with that, I invite you to take a deep breath. It's just prophetic that this is the song we were singing today. Because life is sacred. Every moment of every day is sacred, no matter what you're going through. And if we stay on the side of the sacred, our lives just seem to make more sense and to seem to be filled with more of this thing called life. So sacred, so secret, so precious, this love, so sacred, so sacred, so secret, so secret, so precious, this love, so sacred, so secret, so precious, this love. Join us. So sacred, so secret, so precious, this love. I will share, I will share, I will share, I will share. Love. Love is an energy. Love is that force behind everything. Love cannot be created or destroyed. All of our lives are one energetic impulse of love after the next. And so I invite you right here, right now, as you are sitting in your seat, you're sitting at home, wherever you are, to just take a look at what the love of your life has been. The things you love, the people you love, the experiences you have loved. And then look at the things that have not turned out the way you wanted them. And realize that's love too. It's guiding you, it is leading you, it is taking you on its journey. And all you need do is find that momentum and take the ride. So sacred,
So sacred,
so secret,
so secret,
so precious.
so precious.
This love,
This love,
this love, this love, this love. Take a deep breath. Let it go. Thank you, Mindy. How do you feel? I would like to think that you feel grounded, that you feel a sense of who you are, a sense of oneness, because our vision statement, which is love only, notice I'm not making you say it, forgive everything, but most importantly, remember who you are. And for me, that's why I come here on Sundays, besides the fact that, I also have to run the church. But I come here because every time I come here, no matter what, I remember who I am. I pull into the parking lot and I remember who I am, even sometimes in the face of not remembering who I am as I'm pulling into the parking lot. Do you ever catch yourself? You're pulling into the parking lot and you go, oh my God, what have I been just thinking? What have I just been creating for the future? It's like, now I got to get back to myself. So that's why I'm here. And I know on some level, that's why y'all are here. So let's bring up today's inspiration. Let's see where she turns this service upside down. Please welcome Reverend Dr. Tiffany Mellon. In a brand new dress.
Yes.
You just got this.
It has pockets.
You just got this dress.
I did.
It's fabulous.
Thank you.
Really
I
nice.
know. I got gift cards for my birthday and had a day yesterday of shopping all by myself. It was glorious.
Oh my God, where'd you go shopping?
I spent so much money. Nordstrom. And, a few different places, but
Oh, you
this
didn't
is
go
from
to
Nordstrom.
Marshall's? TJ
Have you
Maxx?
met me?
I have, yes. I get all my best stuff at Marshall's.
I don't have the patience for places like that. Like, for me, like if it's not lined up, easily accessible with
If it's not on a mannequin looking gorgeous, you're just not interested.
Yeah, the chaos of those stores gives, there's enough chaos in my mind. It gives me anxiety.
You don't go to Costco then either, do you?
Costco, you can do Costco at 10 a.m. on a Tuesday. Other than that, hard pass.
Anybody else? Anybody else have a problem at Costco? Yeah, I it's so big. And does anyone need ketchup in this size bottle?
My daughter
really?
does.
Your daughter does. Yeah, there you go.
But also, I can't. I'm here for fruit and milk, and then I'm like, oh, I need 80,000 batteries. I didn't know. I end up spending.
I need
hundreds.
a 40-foot screen on my wall.
Who knew?
Yes.
I also needed yoga pants. It's very it's a lot.
That's good. Well, the dress is beautiful.
Thank you.
So, what's our theme for the month?
Momentum.
And there it is. Great. So, what does that mean to you?
When I think of momentum, I actually think of physics. Fancy me. I think of inertia.
Oh,
I think
cool.
of Newton's law that a body that stays at rest stays at rest, and a body in motion stays in motion. And I think about the fact, well, in my own life, how often when I'm feeling inert and I'm feeling like a body at rest and I have these ideas of things that I want to do, or I often will look at the end product and it feels big and it feels daunting and it feels really hard to get off my couch. But what the law of inertia says is that if I just start,
just take that first
just
step.
take that first step, then eventually the momentum will carry it, you know. And so many things in my life are like that. Like, I didn't know when prior to Science of Mind, prior to studying with you, I had never completed anything in my life. I had never stuck with anything. I was like a bouncing ball from thing to thing.
Wow,
and
then we should feel really
you should be
privileged.
Yeah, you should be honored that I'm
you're
standing
actually
here
finished
in my
practitioner
dress with
studies.
pockets. Yeah, because I had never, I mean, even it was up to the wire of ministerial, and he was like, you need to write a thesis. And I was like, no. He was like, no, you have
didn't
to
say
graduate.
No, you said, I quit. She said, I will become a minister if I don't have to write a thesis. And I was like, that's not happening. Either write the thesis
Actually,
or
you
don't
said,
become a minister.
I'm very disappointed in you.
Well, you got to use the parental.
Yes. And then I wrote my thesis. Well, it's funny because all of my students jump on their assignments right away. And I'm like, they're starting to like turn in assignments that are due in 5 weeks. And I'm like, oh my goodness.
That doesn't make sense because the law of attraction should attract to you students that make your life miserable.
Well, they question everything.
Like you.
And they push back on everything. So there's a little bit of me in
That's
there.
good.
But it was this journey of like, just start. Can I just do the next thing?
Mm-hmm.
Can I just do the next thing? And then suddenly, not that I'm at the end result, because I'm still continuing to grow and expand and continue and still in this teaching, but eventually, like, my sort of mind and soul caught up with my feet. It was like I was just taking one step, and I can see that momentum.
And the momentum was there all along. You just hadn't grabbed
Right.
hold of it. So I have a question for you today. Okay? Where are you going?
Where am I going? That's a great question.
I know. Give me a great answer.
I think I'm going, you know, I used to be so obsessed with the end product.
Right.
Where am I going? What does it look like? It only looks like success if I have something physical that I can hold in my hand. It only looks like success when I'm, you know, performing
I
or
love
when
that
I have
you
a
keep
credential.
twirling that dress. It's like, wow. Good. Keep going.
But for me,
It's like squirrel. Squirrel.
The ADD kicks in. But for me, where am I going? I just continue to evolve. I continue to grow. I want to be more grounded in who I am.
Great.
Because then everything outside of myself is assured.
So you're going to a place where you're going to know yourself even better.
Yes.
You're going to know yourself even deeper.
Yes.
Right. And what's that going to do, do you think, for your life?
It just continues to enhance it more and more. And then I have more and more things in the outside world. Like, that's how it works, right? First in mind, like, change the inside, it changes the outside. So
Absolutely.
then I have the tangibles outside that show and are a reflection of what's happening on the inside. So I'm a lot less focused on where am I
Goals.
going,
Yeah.
or what is the goal, or what is the output. I just trust that if I continue to expand in love,
Cool.
if I continue to understand myself and grow roots in this teaching, that the momentum carries me, and then the outward product is a really beautiful life.
I agree. And today is all about this. When I was just standing here, I'm watching you talk, and you're backing up a little bit. No, it's okay. Because I thought about this actress that I played opposite for a year. And whenever we'd start our scene, she'd step back a little bit. Why? So that I had to turn this way. And everybody was looking at her. And so our scenes, we even got a note one night coming off the stage. The stage manager said, "Could the two of you try to stay downstage where you were put?" Because she'd do that, and then I'd do this. And then we would just constantly, but you can only go so far, Tiffany. It's a wall. So you're doing that, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm being upstaged again. It's like being back in the wind and the willows. Yes.
But I love that. It was a long journey. I was not intentionally doing that, although now.
Now you're doing it, yeah.
But part of the momentum, part of the like steps and growing within and then allowing without was being able to stand on my own 2 feet here
And
and,
when you
trusting that I am enough in and of myself and that I can upstage you.
And you're not sitting on the couch, and you are, yeah, thanks. And you are taking one step after the other. But
Yeah.
here's the thing. I actually brought this up for a reason. I was like, why did I talk about that? Because of this. Too often we're doing this. We're stepping back. We're backwards living. We're looking back here. We're trying to see, am I doing it right? And we're coming back. And that's not momentum. That's dementum. Demented.
Demented.
Yes.
Dementia.
Dementia. No.
It's demented.
Demented. Yes. So, what's our affirmation?
I don't know.
Demented. It's a word. I just made it up.
I am the momentum of an audacious universe. I love the word audacious.
I do too.
It's my favorite.
Who likes
word.
audacious? Yeah. Have you been audacious this week in some respect? You, I'm sure you have. Yes. Okay. Pauline, have you been audacious this week? Has Mike? No.
He has not.
Mike, catch up.
Come on, Mike.
You'll do it later.
I'll do it later.
So, shall we do it? What do
Yes.
you want them to do?
Okay, here's what makes me really upset. I really enjoy sitting and not standing, but I feel like in momentum and audacious and the
Yeah,
conversation
because
with Nurse,
mostly
you
when
have
we
to
say
stand.
the affirmation and whoever's doing it says stand up, she and Eric sit there and don't move.
Like, no,
Yeah.
no. But we kind of have to stand for this one. Come on, let's stand up.
But if you don't stand up, don't worry, she doesn't.
Do as I say, not as I do. Okay, so I'll say it once and then we will say it together. Ready? I am the momentum of an audacious universe.
Okay, think about that for a second. I love this affirmation, even though I wrote it. I love it. Really, just think about that. Shall we do it now?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. All right, ready?
I am the momentum of an audacious universe. Okay, one more time. Oh, it's yours. What do you want to do?
We did it. We did good.
Okay,
no, I'm
we're
just
done.
kidding.
No, one more time.
time.
No, because I want audacious to like salivate in your mouth. I want you to use audacious like it's the best steak or whatever it is you eat, and really let that out when you say audacious. Okay?
Really gnaw on it.
Steve, you good?
All right.
I'm being audacious about this. Thank you. Okay, you ready? Here we go. Michael, Diana, you got this?
This is mine.
Oh, Tiffany will talk to you. Yeah. Go ahead. No, it's fine.
All right, ready?
I am the momentum of an audacious universe.
That was great.
Give it up for Reverend Dr. Tiffany. That was great. Now you're all going to be paying attention to when people on stage back up. So, I have something exciting. So, in 2000, I was a brand new father. Kids were born in August. And there was lots of stuff going on. And it was all very exciting. And I was working for a production company where they produce films and television, and I was in charge of acquisitions. And so they came to me and said, we have the rights to this book, and the rights are about to go away in like a week. So your job is to get those rights back. We need them for another couple of years, because they were in the middle of pre-production on trying to get a script ready for the film. So I read the book, loved the book. It really spoke to me. I cried. It was one of those amazing books. So I call the agent for the book, and the agent is like, you know what? You've had these rights and like starts screaming at me over the phone. You've had these rights for so long. The movie hasn't been made. No, you're not getting. We're taking them back. I was like, no. I'm new here. I can get this movie made, and blah blah blah. And she goes, nope. Tell your boss, no, you're not getting the rights. I had to go back and tell the boss that they didn't get the rights renewed for the movie, and so they lost the rights. And then I lost my job, and that was that. And so about a week after I'm unemployed, I think to myself, I wonder if I could get the rights by myself. So I call the agent back, who I actually liked after she stopped screaming at me. And I called her name was Rosalie, and she lived in New Jersey. And I said, how about if you give me the rights and I turn it into a musical? because I see this as a musical. I said, and if I turn it into a musical and the musical is successful, then I automatically get the film and television rights. And she said yes. And so that was like 2000, 2001. In 2004, was it? 3, when we bought the NoHo Arts Center? 2003, we buy a theater. And then we produced Dorian, my first musical. Then we produced The Ghost of Mrs. Muir, my second musical. And I thought, oh, the book. I need to write this musical. I only had the rights for 3 years, I think, or 4 years. So I wrote a new musical to this book. And the book was about a young boy who was born in Louisiana, and he was born with a face that was distorted. His eyes were really close together, and he had this giant nose, and everybody called him Lizard because he looked like a lizard. And they just assumed he was mentally deficient. Turns out he wasn't. He was quite brilliant, but he didn't talk a lot because everybody made fun of him, and it was a terrible, unfortunate life for him. Until these 2 actors show up in his town. No, then they send him off to a home for mentally deficient children. And so the whole play starts really when he's in this home, and these 2 actors come to the home to perform Shakespeare, because that's definitely your audience. So they come and they do this show, and they see Lizard, and they think, we should take him. We should adopt him because he could play every villain of all of our Shakespeare shows because he's so horrible to look at. And little by little, what you find out at the end of the play is that they didn't actually just show up. Callahan, who's the man who kidnaps the boy, is actually his father and never knew he had a child. And when he found out, he went to find him and found him and took him. It's a beautiful story. I'm crying just thinking about it. So we're going to sing you a song from Lizard today because it's absolutely perfect for our theme of the month. The song is called, come on up, Kevin is going to play my father, and Mindy is going to play his girlfriend. And they've kidnapped this kid, and now they're in the show. I staged it where they take suitcases, the suitcases have wheels, and they create a car out of the suitcases and zoom all over the stage traveling. And the song is called You're Going There Too, and they're explaining to him what it means to be out in the world.
It doesn't matter where you're headed to, don't matter if it's east or west. You're always earning up when you're down a few. No matter what, you gotta keep your cards close to the vest.
Oh, I see.
There's lots of stuff to tell, got lots of gas, got stories coming out your butt. But you gotta take a sharp turn, don't miss the pass. You think it's left, oh God, it's right, then you're flat on your ass. But wherever you go and whatever you do, it never seems to change what the world puts you through. Cause it really don't matter if it's me or it's you. Life says wherever I go, you're going there too.
Okay, I think I get it. So wherever I go,
don't matter what you say, some folks don't hear a word. You might as well be speaking Greek. It could be profound or it could be absurd. One thing you know, you'll always get another shot next week.
Cause wherever you are and whatever you do, you'll never seem to change what this world puts you through. Cause it really don't matter if it's me or it's you. Life says wherever I go, you're going there too. Stop.
There ain't no stopping when you're on this road.
But
not today.
you know it when you see it, and you'll see it when you know. Ain't no use in trying to fight what's gonna happen anyway.
You gotta act like you're somebody,
Even if you're not,
Cause life's about the part you play.
if you gotta take a pee,
and you ain't got no pot,
you gotta take your shot.
and mark your spot.
Or hold it and pray. 'Cause wherever you are and whatever you do, it never seems to change what this world puts you through. 'Cause it really don't matter if it's me or it's you. Life says wherever I go, you're going there too.
What's it say?
It says wherever I go, you're going there too. It says wherever I go, you're going there too. Oh, great. Awesome. Oh, isn't that a fun little, it's so fun to go back and see things from such a long time ago. But, okay, hold on. Here we go. Okay, so the title of my talk today is, Where Are You Going? It's actually Where Ya Going, but Laurie really hates writing words out that don't exist. Where you going? Which is why I asked you that. Where are you going, right? So I have a question for you all today. Looking at your life from where you're sitting right now, where would you say your life is going? Different from where you're going. I'm not asking you to figure out where you're going. I'm saying looking at your life today, right from where you sit, Diane, with everything that's happened up to this point, where do you see your life going? Do you have a sense of it? Or are you just a feather in the wind, letting it take you wherever it's going? Do you have a sense of it, Gabby, where your life is going? Right? It's unfolding perfectly, yes. So the lyric is, life says, wherever I go, you're going there too. Now it's funny because I wrote those lyrics back in 2006. And so I'm thinking to myself, wow, how much of this song do I still believe? How much of this song really resonates with me? Because in those days, I was just becoming a minister. I was just starting my ministry very early on. So life says, wherever I go, you're going there too. I couldn't have known when I wrote those lyrics where I was going, what my life was going to be like going forward. You can't really know right now what your life is going to be like going forward. You know, things happen, like Kelly's family. Something happens, that family is changed profoundly for the rest of their lives. Kevin and I, profoundly changed. You know, I wrote that song 4 years before I was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer. I couldn't have known that was in my future, that was going to show up. I wrote that song 12 years before we had to say goodbye to our daughter. I couldn't have never known that. I would never have guessed that anything like that could have happened. I wrote that song 14 years before a pandemic would literally turn everything upside down, even at this center. 12 years before we actually turned 2 centers into 1 center, right? 17 years before I would have a heart attack. I couldn't have known back in 2006 when I wrote, wherever life says, wherever I go, you're going there too. Does that mean that life brought me to cancer? That life brought me to a heart attack? That life brought me to the moment where my daughter passed? Does that mean that all of that was played out? Because they all seem like negative things, but there's also the positive parts of it, right? In 2006, when I wrote that, that was 4 years before we began producing what would be our first Broadway show that we produced from soup to nuts to Broadway. Could I have known that? I might have guessed it, wished it, right? And as I said, 12 years before NoHo and Westlake Village turned into one thing. I never had a thought about that. So when I say to you, where do you see your life going? Your answer is correct. It's unfolding. I don't know. But there is something to know, which is really important. Because when I look back, there were successes and failures, there were joyous occasions, there were heartbreaks, betrayals, amazing friendships, things that just keep growing and developing on both sides of that spectrum. Wherever life goes, you're going there too. So back in the early days of my ministry in 2006, I was teaching the science of mind pretty much right out of the textbook. I had good Ernest Holmes quotes every Sunday, and I was teaching that philosophy. Little did I know, in 2006, I was already 50 years behind where Ernest Holmes was when he died. Because for some reason we were all still teaching the 1926 book. But years later, I'm reading the seminar lectures, and then I get involved in quantum physics, and I start to really understand I actually start to really question what is this world. And I really start to question what is God. And how does God fit into my life? And when I came up with I didn't come up with it, but when I bought into the understanding of I am God, and realized the negative energy that was coming at me from saying such a audacious thing, such as I am God, it was really difficult, especially in my own religion, in religious science, which most of the people running that group were like, you cannot keep saying that. You're going to alienate people. And that was true in terms of the alienation. But do we stop telling the truth because we're going to hurt people's feelings? Do we stop saying what's really going on because we're going to lose customers? We're going to lose congregants? No, we don't. So in 2006, I had one version of what God was and who I was in the midst of that God story. But in 2025, when we get to 2026, 20 years later, I'm a very different person. And I'm still asking myself, life says, wherever I go, you're going there too. But now I understand, almost 20 years later, things are much more complex about this thing called God, and this thing called religion, and this thing called religious science, and this thing called quantum mechanics, quantum physics, quantum metaphysics. It's very complex. And yet, this week, I stepped into my advanced consciousness class with such a simple understanding. One of those, you ever have one of those moments where everything just goes, oh? It was like this aha moment. And I was aware that when I stepped into class, I was about to say something that was going to get some reaction, which was understanding God in a much different way, yet almost taking it all the way back to my first understanding of God. And it did. It caused, well, Doug was in the room. Doug knows. It caused a lot of people there were a lot of other opinions about what that means. But you know what the real issue is? It's really about the word God. The word God is so divisive. The word God causes wars. The word God causes people to hate each other. The word God causes people to treat each other badly. The word God. But the idea and the energy of the word itself is what suddenly made sense to me. And it was all around momentum. We were talking about the observer effect, which in quantum science says that what you look at expands. When something is observed, it energizes it. It feels the observation. The observation itself expands it, ripples energy. It's about vibrations. And that's called the observer effect. So then I said, and then there was this thing where people talk about in quantum mechanics, and Einstein said this, which is what really pissed him off about quantum mechanics. If I am not looking at the moon, does the moon really exist? Because if I'm not there to observe it, it doesn't exist. Isn't that crazy? Doesn't that sound crazy to you? Oh, some of you are like, no, not at all. But it is. And that's why Einstein called it the spooky, crazy science. But I understood it finally, because that question's come to me for years now. Well, do we believe that if I don't look at the moon, it's not there? Anything's only there because you observe it? No. Because inherent in all things is, and I called it, I will say it was not the best choice of words on my part because I watched 20 screens blow up. I said, it's like the master observer. And people were like, Okay, I hate the word master. You can't even call your bedroom that anymore. Right? Yeah. So, but that's what I meant, though. As Emerson called it, the oversoul. That thing inside everything. The Baltimore Catechism. How many Catholics, ex-Catholics? Baltimore you're still a Catholic. How many Catholics? Yeah, or still Catholics. Where is God? God is everywhere. God is everywhere, right? So if God is everywhere, God is inherent in all things, everywhere. Physical, mental, emotional, it's all God. Well, if God's everywhere, Steve Brabant is not outside the limits of everywhere. So Steve Brabant is God.
Hard to believe.
Wow, Diane, you're turning into Kevin. But it's true. There's God. Sorry, Diane, but there is God at the level of your ability to understand that. Which is pretty damn high, right? Right? Julio is God. Sitting there on that chair, that's God. That is the expression of God that has come into play. And if I don't look at Julio, he doesn't evaporate. He doesn't disappear. This isn't Wheel of Time where everything disappears all of a sudden. No, he's right there. Why? Because there's something inherent inside of Julio that is observing at all times, that is alive, that keeps everything alive and flowing and moving. And you know what it's called? Thank you. Who said that very softly? Say it loud, Catherine.
Momentum.
Yes. That is what it's called. God is the momentum. God is the momentum of your life. It's something inside of you that is constantly expanding, moving, growing, moving one step in front of the other, constantly changing things. It's up to us, however. So I'm going to just let you do the slides, Swan. Would you give me this first quote by Benjamin Franklin? Never confuse motion with action. The world is in motion. The universe is in motion. Your life is in constant motion. Momentum is constantly happening. But if you don't take action within the momentum, you are basically sitting with Tiffany on her couch, waiting for some Netflix show to start over. It's about the active use of momentum that changes your life. Right there. It's the active use of momentum that changes the trajectory of your life. So where are you going to take momentum and start acting upon it and start making your life what you want it to be? What action are you taking right now within the velocity of your life? So this whole God thing, when I went into class this Wednesday, I had such an expanded heart, because you can get into this teaching, you can get into these new thought teachings and suddenly lose all the heart, lose all the emotion, lose all the love. Even though we teach it, God is love, love is the center of everything. But all of us that embrace this teaching, we have all lost that God outside of ourselves. That is funny, because I asked one person, I said, tell me, what was the God like before you got into religious science? I asked a girl who was a Baptist, came up in the Baptist church, and I thought she was going to say what I had an idea of what I thought she was going to say. She went the exact opposite. She was like, he was vengeful, angry, he always he judged me. I was like, oh my God, I should have asked someone else. Because what I was looking for was, he was loving and embracing. It was like a father figure that held me. So I had to go to a Jewish person for that, to ask them who that was. But that's the thing. We've lost that. I don't mind losing the Baptist God. I don't mind losing the judging, vengeful, I'll get you, my little wicked witch of the West. I don't mind that God being lost. But I miss the embracing God. I miss my Jesus. Today is Palm Sunday. Today is the day when Jesus showed up and they threw the world at his feet, saying, you are the Messiah, you are the King, you are everything we've ever waited for. A week later, they would crucify him. So it's a crazy world. But I miss that God. And coming into this teaching, there were years when I was really miffed. It's like, well, so I know where God is. I know it's me, but where's and then this week, all of a sudden, I was like, I get it. It is me, but it's more than me. It's bigger. Ernest Holmes was right. There's a power for good in the universe greater than you are, and you can use it because you are it. You just have not risen to the level. Well, they don't rise till next Sunday on Easter, but you haven't risen to the level of understanding that you are all of the entire ocean in a drop, as Rumi has told us. So the question is, if momentum is moving me in giving me the motion of life, what's my job in this? What is my job in this? So my next slide is a slide from a brilliant baseball player, Ted Williams. Ted Williams was 19 years in Major League Baseball, left field for the Boston Red Sox, and if I had a dime for every time my parents accused me of being lost in left field, I'd be rich. So he said, just keep going. Everything gets better if they just keep at it. Think about that. Just keep going. How often do we stop? How often do we get derailed? How often do we let something that's happened in the past stop us from going forward? I guess it was walking with you, Kevin, wasn't it? Who was I walking with on the street with the little girl with the blonde hair? We were walking the dog. We were walking the dog, and there was a guy with a stroller, and his little daughter was playing with bubbles outside of the stroller. And from where we stood, it looked exactly like Nora. It had the same haircut she had at that age. And I didn't say anything. I just kept walking. And Kevin didn't say it until he turned and he went, are you thinking, I was like, about Nora? And that came up. But it didn't come up to derail me. It came up to inspire me, to remind me of all the good stuff, of all the fun times, of all the beautiful moments in our life with our beautiful daughter. It would have been very easy to let that moment in my life stop me and just stop doing what I was doing, or stop me from believing what I believe. And that didn't happen. So the question I have for you this morning is really, what stops you from going forward? What stops you from keeping at it? What makes you give up? Because the truth is, momentum never gives up. Momentum's always there. Your life is right there, just waiting for you to say yes to it. Waiting for you to say, take me, bring me along. Show me what I need to know. Show me what I need to do. Show me who I need to be. So the momentum of your life, unfortunately, is dependent on your reaction to how life unfolds around you. And that list I gave you at the top of my talk, those things, cancer, heart attack, losing a child, all those things that are so devastating. Losing a child, they say, is the most devastating loss you will ever experience. And I would like to think that none of you have to ever experience it, because I believe that's probably true. But none of those things, when I look at all of those things, none of them are as important as my reaction to those things. They don't exist on their own. They're just facts in a very big world of facts. Your reaction to it is this: keep going. Your reaction is, what's the reaction? What are you going to act upon in the face of whatever's going on? So that's what I want you to look at today. Because frankly, the momentum doesn't end. You know that who you are is going to keep going no matter what. And it can go in a most magnificent way. You know, lizard. It's now called a boy-called lizard. Variety said about the show when we opened it, nothing as sweepingly beautiful has been produced on Broadway this season. It got the most magnificent reviews. The author of the novel flew in to see the show, and I had rewritten a lot of it and changed things, like the fact that Callahan becomes the father, and then I changed it. Poor Janet, who played the mother, I changed it right before we opened. She went, "I've based my whole character on the fact that he wasn't the father." I said, "Well, he is now. Deal with it," because I'm a sensitive director. And so there, he flies in, and he loved it. He went, "I wish I had thought to make him the father." And it was just this beautiful experience. And then, a year later, it gets what's called the Distinguished Play Award from the Alliance for Theater and Education for my adaptation of the novel. The one show that was picked as the best adaptation of the year. And I tell you that not to boast, because that plaque sits in my office and it's not hanging up. And I noticed it this morning. I was like, "You're still just sitting there." And the show was produced by Samuel French, and I got a check this year I got a check from Samuel French for the shows that have been produced this year that I wrote. None of them for Lizard. All for Yo Ho Ho, A Pirate's Christmas. And Kevin and I talked, and I said, "Why do you suppose no one's produced a show that was so well reviewed, that has so many great parts for actors? Why do you think?" And we didn't have an answer then, but I have an answer now. Because I haven't taken action. Because I let something stop me. Because I put it down. There was amazing momentum on that show. I put it down. So you can have great momentum, and you have great momentum going on in your life right now, whether you know it or not. But are you rising to the occasion and joining the momentum? Are you taking the ride? Or are you just watching the ride? So, to conclude, this morning, Rick Tamlin sent out a little thing that Nancy Berggren wrote, Dr. Nancy Berggren. And she wrote this thing called Decades of My Life. And it was all about her 20s, her 30s, her 40s, her 50s, her 60s, her 70s, and she gave little things about each decade. Stopped at the 70s, saying, and she's now 92, going on 21. So here's what she wrote, and I want to close with this. She said, "Here are my final thoughts right now. Every decade has its purpose, and every lesson is a gift. If I could go back, I'd remind myself to color outside the lines, to wear red and purple and things that don't match. I'd be more patient with myself and others and believe in myself much more. So stop apologizing for who you are, knowing you are a unique and irreplaceable being created by life so that it might be more fully expressed by means of you. You are here on purpose, so embrace each decade of your life with gusto, knowing that ever more good is just around the corner waiting for you." Reverend Dr. Nancy Berggren at 92, who does not slow down, in case you haven't noticed. So here's what I want to leave you with. Your life has momentum. Life itself is momentum. God is the momentum inside of you observing you, Tiffany. It is the master observer, don't care at this point. It's the master observer inherent in every cell in your body saying, yes, you are here. You can never not be here. You do not disappear when everybody walks away from you. You are still vital, vibrant, and anything you want to accomplish, you get to accomplish because the momentum of life is accomplishing everything, everywhere, all at once. Life is taking you on a ride. But you are the one who decides which ride it's going to be. So my last question to you today is, where are you going? And I'll give you a hint. It's not behind you. It's in front of you. Namaste. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, thank you, Janet. Come on up. So I invite you to take out your contribution, your giving, your stewardship, your membership, whatever you call it. I want to, Jocelyn Colbert in England, early this morning sent a very beautiful, wonderful donation to the center. She's been watching us from England for the last 10 years. she tithes, because I always know when it comes in when there's cents at the end. You know, it's just, thank you, Jocelyn, and thank you for being here with us. And all of you online, there's a little button for you to contribute as well. Please do yourself the gift of giving, because what you give, what? Returns back. So let's know this. Give me some pretty music, Robbie. I am so grateful. Grateful to all the wisdom of the world that keeps showing up. Grateful for the knowledge and the intuitive knowing that keeps showing up. I'm grateful for being awake and aware to hear it when it shows up. And I'm grateful for this community, this spiritual community, which gives me the privilege of getting up here every Sunday and speaking, because it's the way I get even better and healthier and more clear on who I am. And so I say thank you to everything you contribute. Thank you for today, and thank you for being who you are. And I just let that be so, as we say together, and so it is. And I want you to think today really about what you're grateful for. I have a roof over my head. There's one thing. I have a warm place to sleep. Some nights I lie awake counting gifts instead of counting sheep. I've got a heart that can hold love. I've got a mind that can think. There may be times when I lose the light and let my spirit sink, but I can't stay depressed when I remember how I'm blessed. Everybody. Grateful, grateful, truly grateful I am. Grateful, grateful, truly blessed and duly grateful. So just take a deep breath and think to yourself, all the good that your life has encountered up to this point. Think of them, people, places, the Camino, Australia, wherever you've just come back from. All the trips you've taken, all the people you've met, all the boats you've owned, all the skis you've skied on, all the things that make up the history of who you are sitting here at this moment. And then I want you to think about the fact it all pales in comparison to what's possible for you going forward. That is what I am grateful for. And I just allow it to be so, as we say together, and so it is. Grateful, grateful, truly grateful I am. Grateful, grateful, truly blessed and duly grateful. Truly blessed and duly grateful.
Good morning. It's Sunday, April 13th, and here are your GTC announcements. Coming up on the calendar, the Wisdom Women will have their monthly meeting today, and it's a party, a declutter party. This event will take place at your home, so join the Wisdom Women via Zoom and have some fun decluttering and organizing your space. This event starts just after 12 noon on Zoom only. You'll find the link on our calendar page. Our next consciousness studies class, Quantum Habits with Dr. Lori Savage, has now begun. Tomorrow night is the second class, but it's not too late to sign up for this accredited class in our Year 1 Consciousness Studies series. You can find out all about Dr. Lori's class and sign up now right on our website. You'll find the link on the calendar page. You can always find out what's going on and make a donation using the QR codes you'll find on the back of our monthly theme cards. Use the camera on your smartphone and you'll go right to the calendar and donation pages on our website. Have a fantastic week, everyone.
Okay, Wisdom's Women's Group today is on Zoom only. Just reminding you all, it will not be here because you're going to be, and I'm going to invite you all. Unfortunately, I can't go, but really, you women out there, join the Zoom crowd today because the woman they have coming is going to do physical activities for you to declutter your house. And she's going to have you do things. It sounds like so much fun. So, or your car, your phone, whatever. She has a lot of work to do. You have a lot of work to do with her. It's going to be a great time. It's going to start a little bit after 12 o'clock. So by the time you get home, I'm sure they'll wait for you to get home. Okay, that's that. Oh, we have one wine tour that has come back, someone who cannot make the wine tour. So we sold out, but now if you wanted to buy a ticket to the wine tour and you didn't, there is one left. One. You can see Kevin after the service if you would like that one seat left on the wine tour. Okay, kids, come on in.
What's that say?
Oh my goodness, what are they?
Balls.
Oh, thanks. Balls. And what did you make?
A big ball.
A big ball, but what's on top of the big ball?
A medium ball.
And what did you make?
I made a pink ball and a green ball.
A pink ball and a green ball. Oh my God. Here.
So
Sounds like a ball.
Today we talked about how everything is energy, and I told the children a story about a spark and how a spark is inside of you. Everybody has a spark of energy, and we had music playing and essential oils in the room, and then everybody made something out of clay to represent the spark within them. And Atticus he's quite the creative. It's amazing. And everybody did something different. And you want to share, Gemma?
So I made a snake with a hat. I found them on Reddit.
It is a snake.
Yeah, and then it has a baby snake in it. The big one is named King Toast the Third. And then the baby one is named Butter of the Banana Bread Butter. And then they both have hats because the snakes with hats bring me joy because they're really cute and I want one. Snake with hat.
And Astrid made the prettiest balls that have gems all over them, pink and green, and it does represent the beautiful
looks like the character
spark
from my
inside.
musical. The eyes are very close to. Doesn't that look like Lizard?
Anyone else? David?
Uh-oh.
Hi,
Hi. What'd you make?
I'm Nessie.
And Nessie?
With a top hat.
Oh my God, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh, can I see it?
With a top hat.
Tell him, yeah.
And why did you decide
a dinosaur with
on
a
a
top
Nessie?
hat?
Because I like them, I guess.
He actually said it was
Good
his
answer.
spirit animal. Yeah.
Oh, and they smell like
Lavender. They
Yes.
have lavender essential oil on them.
Oh my God, that's great. Was that clay you used?
Yes.
That's clay?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. These are.
And they
Don't you all wish you were downstairs now?
They will dry to hard in about 24 hours for all you parents. And if something falls off, of course, you can glue it back on.
Thanks for letting
Yeah.
us know that.
Do you want to share?
Sure. I made a rose.
Let me see. Oh, it's beautiful.
Just don't look at the back.
Why? What's the back? I don't know
Why
what
did
that
you
is. That's
choose
a
a
face.
rose?
Yeah.
Why'd you choose a rose?
Oh, they're my favorite flower.
They are.
Oh, that's a petal too, isn't it?
No.
Oh, what is that?
It's the emperor.
It's the emperor?
Yeah.
Oh, the emperor's new clothes?
No.
Okay, good. Nice to see you. Let's give it up for Shauna. Yes, thank you, Shauna. Okay, Consciousness on Demand today. Is it you, Marty? Are you Consciousness on Demand? Just you? Just Julio? Just Julio. Wow, you're all alone today. Do you want to be up here in the living room, or would you rather be in the meditation room? Okay, so Julio will be in the meditation room. If something came up today and you're realizing your momentum needs a little shot, he will shoot you. Okay, we're all good. I invite you all to stand up. There are lyrics for this. Please join us with the lyrics. Tiffany, come up and join us. Try not to sing too loud.
I'm going to dance.
Okay, good. Yeah, no, you can sing loud. Remember the series Seinfeld? Do you all remember the series where Elaine danced on Seinfeld? You'll see it. Here we go.
One time I'm crazy what I'm about to say. Sunshine, she's here, you can take a break.
I'm a hot air balloon that could go to space. With the air, and I don't care, baby, by the way.
Because I'm happy.
Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof.
Because I'm happy.
Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth.
Because I'm happy.
Clap along if you know what happiness is to you.
Because I'm happy.
Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do.
Here come bad news, talking this and that. Yeah, give me all you got, don't hold it back. Yeah, well, I should probably warn you, I'll be just fine. Yeah, no offense to you, don't waste your time.
Here we go, everybody. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof.
Because I'm happy.
Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth.
Because I'm happy.
Clap along if you feel like happiness is to you.
Because I'm happy.
Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do.
Bring me down, can't nothing
Happy.
bring me down, my level's too high to bring me down. Can't nothing bring me down. Can't nothing my level's too high. Bring me down, bring me down. Can't nothing bring me down. Because I'm happy, bring me down.
Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof.
Because I'm happy.
If you feel like happiness is the truth. Come on, give us a solo.
I'm happy.
Clap along if you know what happiness.
Because I'm happy.
Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Because I'm happy. Have a great Sunday, everybody. Try to erase that from your mind.